Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Rico, and he sent me the Flying Monkeys, the Chocolate Manifesto. And he sent me the box that went with the beer. Comes in this really colorful, bright yellow box with 1,000 words on it. I mean, there's stuff written all over this box, guys. And the price tag on it says unit price per pound is $9.85. You pay $15.39 for this. So it looks like he paid $15.39 for this beer. And what it is a 10. Let me just put the box over here. Very nice box. I mean, I'm sure they pay a lot of money for this $5 packaging what this box comes in. Very colorful. I mean, when you see this sitting on the shelf, you go, wow. And you look at it, the Chocolate Manifesto Chocolate Milk Stout. Triple. This is a 10%er. And the label's got a lot of stuff written on it too here. So it says here it's a limitless edition. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. They're making 1,000,000 of these or what that is, but very colorful box and a very big bottle, 750 milliliter here, 10% alcohol by volume, and it's got all kind of stuff written on it. I'm not going to read all the stuff on here, but it is a great big bottle, and the Flying Monkeys are out of Barrie, Canada, so done a few beers from them, especially the Unibrew beers. Which are very, very tasty. Awesome beers. Probably the best beer I've ever had out of Canada is some of the Unibrew beers. And the Flying Monkeys, I'm not sure I've ever had anything from these guys before. If I have, it doesn't stick in my mind. So Rico, thanks for sending me this one. I'm a big fan of chocolate stouts, and a chocolate milk stout, that tells me that it was brewed with lactose to be a milk stout, because it's going to be a little bit on the sweeter side. So looking forward to this, especially with this awesome packaging they've done on it. Like I said, not a cheap beer, over $15 for this bottle of beer, which for a 10%er is not too awful bad, but still, I do appreciate Rico spending his hard-earned money. He sent me a massive beer mail package with a lot of beers in it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a $100 beer mail package, plus the shipping on top of that. And he sent me several beers. We just did the beers from Carton Brewing, and he sent me multiple cans of each one of those, except for the Winter Warmer. And I do appreciate it, sir. You're very generous, very kind. I have the greatest subscribers. I really do. And I do appreciate it. I do. From the bottom of my heart, guys, anybody that sends me beers, thank you very much. When I get a beer mail package, it's like Christmas to me. I get a great joy from opening up and that's why I do the beer mail videos, guys, to show my appreciation. And then when I do the beer reviews, to shout out to people that's spending their hard-earned money to buy these beers and spending their hard-earned money to pay to ship them. Because a lot of times when these guys that buy these beers and want me to try, they'll send me 1 or 2 in a box. And then there's guys like Rico and a lot of other ones that send me 10, 12 different beers in a box. It costs a lot of money to ship that many beers. sometimes if you're only sending me 1 or 2 beers, it costs as much or more to ship that to me than the beer costs. So shipping is very expensive, guys, and I do appreciate everything that is sent to me. Whether it's a natty bow, which I wouldn't buy myself, but a lot of people want to hear what I got to say. But please don't send me any malt liquors or any Budweisers or any kind of crap like that. I'm not interested in reviewing those. I've already had all those in my younger days, and those beers are any of the macro lagers, Coors, Miller Lite, Miller, all of those macro lagers. I'm not interested in reviewing those. Guys, those beers are threes. They're drinkable. They're produced for people to get shit-faced. You can buy 12, 18, 24 of those for a little bit of nothing. You could buy an 18-pack probably, at least a 12-pack of those shitty beers for what this one bottle costs. So, not into those beers anymore, guys. I want something with a little more taste. IPAs, pale ales, stouts, porters, Hefeweizens, stuff that has a little more taste, brewed with quality ingredients. Not a lot of corn or adjuncts or rice or any of that horse shit. Not interested in it. If that's what you drink, more power to you. I've done my share of those beers, and now I want to enjoy something that's made with some quality ingredients and has a little more taste to it. So, just my 2 cents. Alright, let's get on with this one. I'm really looking forward to this, and I think the other half is kind of anxious to get a glass of this herself. This is a 10%, like I said. I don't have the IBUs listed on either side here, and I don't think it's written on the bottle anywhere, but it may be hidden in here somewhere with all the damn writing that's on here. Wow, there's a ton of stuff. You could spend an hour reading everything that's on the box and on the bottle. So, there is no commercial description. This is a sweet stout. This is a chocolate milk stout. And usually when you see milk stout, that means it's brewed with lactose, guys. And that's an unfermentable sugar, which lends a little bit of sweetness to the beer because the yeast cannot ferment that. Excuse me. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, let's go over to the food pairing for milk stout. It goes well with your chocolate dishes. That's all it's got here. Chocolate dessert. In glassware, pint, becker, non tumbler, mug, style, sedel. I'm using my favorite glass today, the Saban beer glass, guys. Thick-walled glass, expensive glass, about $30, $35 for this glass. Very durable, lasts you a long time. It's not a thin-walled glass. It's an awesome glass to use. Not recommended for cellaring unless ABV extends average range. With 10%, I think that exceeds the average range, don't you think? Yeah. So, this beer will probably keep for quite a while. Probably 5 or 10 years at least, if not longer, if you cellar it correctly. So, that's all we need to talk about. So, let's get the cap off of this damn thing and get it into the glass. A great final beer of the evening, which it is for me. This will be the last one I have today. Very colorful cap. I am definitely going to save this. Flying Monkeys Magnum Opus. Very nice cap. Very nice. Nice hiss. And we got this styrofoam, little pieces of styrofoam everywhere where he packaged it. I don't want that in my beer glass. Make sure I get all that off. And I don't think there's any dating on this beer, so I don't know exactly what year it was produced. Hopefully it's this year's, at least, if not last year's anyway. But I would like to see some kind of dating, just in case you wanted to buy several of these and do a vertical from several different years. So, we're going to go down the center and see what we get. What do you think? Well, we better ease off on that. We'd like to get a couple of fingers ahead on this, especially on the top end of this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I'm smelling that sweet chocolatey notes from here. Wow, 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 wow. A little less than 2 fingers of head, about 1.5 fingers of head. Big bubbles from an aggressive pour, kind of creamier on top, off-white, khaki-colored head. Over into the light. little bit of red rubbiness around this little thin part on the bottom of this glass. Not a whole lot. It is definitely a nice dark beer. Nice dark sweet beer, I'm sure. Let's get a nose on it. Oh, this is a dessert in a glass, guys. If you didn't want to drink this with your with a meal, before your meal, you could definitely have this after your meal as your dessert. Very sweet chocolate, candied sugar. Wow, there is such a unique smell to this beer. The chocolate, the milk chocolate. I mean, there's a difference between a bittersweet chocolate, baker's chocolate, and a milk chocolate, especially when they use lactose in the brewing of the beer, which lends a heavy sweetness to the beer. I'm getting like a candied sugar in there too. The chocolate is awesome in this beer. It almost smells like candy in the glass. It really does. I get any hints of that 10% alcohol. Awesome smelling beer. Wow. Wow, that smells. The aroma on this is sensual and sexual. It's and chocolate is a aphrodisiac, as they say. A lot of people claim that it is an aphrodisiac. A lot of women love chocolate. A lot of guys do too, but a lot of women love it. That's why I like to get chocolate for Valentine's Day and birthdays and other occasions. Wow. I'm going to dive into this. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rick here. Thank you, my brother. The aroma on this beer is just off the chain, guys. It's awesome. That's like a candy bar in a glass, guys. That is exactly like a candy bar in a glass. Like a Mars bar or the chocolate they use on the candy bars. That's what I'm getting here. A very nice sweet chocolate. Wow. I'd hate to think what the calories are on this beer. Of course, it's with me watching my figure. Yeah, right. Who cares? It's good beer. Wow. That is freaking awesome, guys. A great dessert beer. Wow, not getting any hints of that 10%. This is such a well-made beer. This is an awesome tasting beer. This is probably the closest thing to a candy bar in a glass I've had in quite a while. Ooh, 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 ooh. It makes you don't want to put the glass down. You want to keep sipping on it. Wow. The taste of this beer is phenomenal, guys. It's as far as replicating a milk stout with chocolate, I don't think I've had anything come close to this. Not that I can recall. This is like they stuff candy bars down inside the bottle. It's awesome. I'm getting like a candied orange marmalade or something. A chocolate wrapped orange marmalade candy bar. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Well, let's let it warm up to room temperature and see what else we can taste in the beer and stuff. See if we get any dark fruit or anything like that in there. So let me pour her a glass because I know she's dying to get her lips on this. after listening to me brag about it. I'm sure she wants to taste it. And as soon as she seen it and it said chocolate milk stout, she was going, her all eyes were wallowing around going, So I know she's going to like it. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. I just got a little bit left here. Been sitting on it about 35-45 minutes or so. Very, very tasty beer. It does have a dating stamped in black ink, which you cannot see when the beer is in the bottle. So the guys at Flying Monkey, they need to change their ink color to something like a white or a yellow or a bright blue or something you can see when the beer is in the bottle, because you cannot see it when you have a dark stout in a dark brown bottle written in black. You just can't see it, guys. You can't. I could not. So, and it would be helpful to have that on the box somewhere. And I do not see it on the box. And that's how it's going to be packaged more than likely, in this box. And I do not see any kind of dating on the box. So maybe they reuse the box over and over and over again. I'm not exactly sure. So, but it's a very, very tasty, sweet milk chocolate stout. The other half loved it. I knew she would. And I do too. It's like a candy bar in a glass, guys. The alcohol is very well hidden, very sweet. And I'm getting like a chocolate marmalade taste to it. It's very, very impressive. The aroma is just off the chain, guys. Very sweet. Maybe some licorice in there too. Very nice. Very easy drinking for a 10%er. Let's do the final chug. Very impressive. A great dessert beer, guys. This would be a great one to have sitting by the fire on a cool or cold winter's evening. We're going to get into spring though, and you could sell this beer. I don't see any reason why you could not sell this beer for 2, 3, 5, maybe even 10 years if you so choose to do so. So another reason to have that on there. But they've got the date printed on it. Once you empty the bottle, you can see that date on there. And this was done in September 24th or 2015. So very tasty beer. Very, very tasty beer. I wish we could use a different color ink so you could see that on there when the beer is still in the bottle. That's the only fuss I've got about this beer. The only one. They've got the month, day, and the year on there, but you can't see it when the beer is in there. So, to me, guys, this is a 9 out of 10. It really, really is. I would love to have this in a bourbon barrel aged version. So, and they may do it. Rico sent me this one, so thanks again, Rico, for purchasing this and sending it to me. I cannot get these beers here. Some guys can. Maybe it's available in Northern Virginia, but this part of Virginia where I'm at, I have not seen it. So, very tasty beer. Another one to add to the list from the Canadian beers that are excellent, most desirable. Especially if you like a nice, sweet milk chocolate stout. It's very, very nice. Probably one of the better ones that I've had. So, 9 out of 10 for me, guys. If I put a numeric rating on this one, it would probably be somewhere in the 98 or 98 range. If they had a different color dating on there, I would probably go ahead and give it to 10. But we can't see the date with the beer in the bottle, so that's a drawback to me. I would like to see that, and they don't even have to put a date on it. The year would suffice. Somewhere on the label that they would put 2015 or 2016 or something that we would know. But having the month, day, and the year is a plus. But we got to be able to see that when the beer is still in the bottle and we're making our purchase. So that's where I'm going to leave it. 98 or 99 for me, 9 out of 10. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 90 in the outstanding range. It is an outstanding beer. Very enjoyable. A nice dessert beer to have after dinner for your dessert. So, and over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 99 and 87 in the style. So we got a 90, a 99, and probably a 98 for me. Very tasty. Very enjoyable. Rico, thanks so much, brother. This was very tasty. The other half loved it. Loved it. So, if you had this one from Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery out of Barrie, Canada, let me know what you think, guys. It was very enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I would buy this beer if I could get it here. Very nice. A great one to sell as far as I'm concerned. So, let me know if you've had it. And as always, on back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge. See you then.